Double feature. Dr. X. Build a creature.
All right, Mario, here's the plan. I got a roll full of quarters. You're not Mario. You're Helen Bottom Carter. What are you doing here?
I don't know. I wanted to watch a movie.
There's a story behind this.
I was supposed to be wearing a Mario hat,
Yeah.
but I couldn't find it, and I believe it's in my car, and my sister has my car because we're sharing a car right now.
Oops.
So I had to just do pins instead. But yeah, it was supposed to be Luigi, Mario.
Yeah. Just so you can get like a good detail here, because
Yeah.
HD. These are...
Don't worry, we're not flashing you.
Nope. These are vintage 93
Yep.
buttons.
Legit from the first Mario
from the first
movie.
one.
Yes, we're going to talk about Dungeons and Dragons first, though. We're going to save Mario for afterwards.
Yeah, we should do another double bill. We should do another double bill in the future.
Yeah.
Because regardless of the thoughts of both films, it's nice to see 2 in 1.
Yes.
Because at least we can have like a little intermission and do our thing.
Yeah.
Because growing up, I loved going to the drive-in theaters.
Yeah, and this kind of felt like a drive-in experience.
It felt like a drive-in experience. Like,
yes.
oh my goodness. Yeah, you had the forefronter and then the second feature.
Yeah.
It's just, there's something about this feels so nice.
Yeah.
So, yeah, if you're going to go to the movie theaters, word of advice, see 2 instead of 1.
Yes.
Have the day planned out and cleared out like we did.
Yes.
So, first up is Dungeons and Dragons. I had 0 expectations. I remember seeing the first teaser poster, and it didn't look good. It was really bad. It looked like something for like a direct-to-video kind of film. This is Honor Among Thieves, not the 2001. That movie can go choke on a can of Red Bull. No, this one is directed by the people who did Game Night. Chris McKay had a hand on the script, and he done stuff like Robot Chicken and Lego Batman movie. It's got a good solid cast. As someone who hasn't done Dungeons and Dragons, the game in general, but role-played freestyle, I was surprised. This was a pure surprise.
Well, I thought, when I first saw trailers for Guardians of the Galaxy, I thought it was going to either be really stupid or really good. And that's the same vibes I got from Dungeons and Dragons. And let's just say it did not disappoint. It was hilarious.
I was a little opposite, because when I heard they were doing Guardians of the Galaxy, and I heard the cast members was a tree and a raccoon, that would be one of the bandmates, I'm like, a tree and a raccoon. Okay, I'm sold. I want to see how they do this. And then I heard James Gunn name attached, and I'm like, all right, Slither, he's done some interesting things. So I was sold just on that alone on paper. It's like, okay, raccoon tree. I want to see this on the big screen. Regardless if it's good or bad. This one, I wasn't sold by the trailers. I wasn't sold by the TV commercials. When word of mouth came out and there was so much positivity, the first thing that came to mind was, really? This is the movie? This really? They were right. They were right. There's good writing here. There's good characters. Everyone was comparing it to The Princess Bride, which...
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's almost like that. I'm trying to think of another movie that it's like that, but it's more Pulp Fiction-y in a sense. Something along the lines of like an Edgar Rice Burroughs kind of story. Because it has that Pulp Fiction feel. It's not too serious. There's these high concept elements. We're talking about an opening scene where Chris Pine's character, this bard, is being judged by these variant judges. There's a dragon-like creature. There's a bird-like creature. You know the movie you're getting into given the first 5 minutes.
Yeah.
If you're sold by the first 5 minutes, you're going to have a trip. You're going to have a ride.
Yeah. It was a little bit predictable, but not enough to ruin the film. It was just a very fun... It had a lot of humor in it, but it knew how to do its serious moments. Good balance, unlike Thor Ragnarok.
Yeah, I'm with you there.
No, Ragnarok was fine. Unlike
Love
Thor,
and Thunder, that's
Love
the
and
one.
Crap is more like it. Did not like that movie.
Yeah, I'm with you there on that one. I think what I liked about the writing is how you really felt like It was very basic. It was very simple, but they were very well developed. There are reasons why these characters went on this mission without giving too much away. There's reasons why they're together for one basic element for another. Predictable, yeah, but they do add layers to it, which makes
Yes.
reasons why they would want to save this character and do that. It's more than just treasure. There's an actual heart to it, and that's where it surprised me the most. I'm like, okay, it's gonna be like this big adventure comedy, like, I don't know, like a PG-13 version of Your Highness. I got Raiders of the Lost Ark in a fantasy world, and I'm happy it was Raiders of the Lost Ark.
Yes.
There you go. If you like Raiders, see this. There's practical effects, digital effects that are done well. The action scenes, oh my god. When they do the labyrinth, they do it so much better than the 2000 film. Because in the 2000 film, I think one of the set designers of First Night worked on that movie.
Mm-hmm.
So it feels like a little stocky in a sense, because this main character has to like dodge like these axes and stuff, or he goes like through a room full of puzzles and stuff and the walls closing, which is cool and fine. But what they do here at the labyrinth and the climax, holy mackerel. Yeah, this one creature chasing after them and it's constantly changing and everything. I've never seen that in a movie before.
No.
So when that happened, I was like, oh, I don't care, it's predictable. I want to see where it goes.
Yeah.
How did you feel about Hugh Grant as the villain?
He was good. He wasn't taken too seriously.
No.
But he was pretty good.
He had some funny lines here and there, like
Yeah.
when he has like
And his comeuppance.
this scorching hot cup of tea, you cool this down, and his accomplice witch tips her finger and freezes
He's like,
it.
I didn't know you're gonna stick your finger in it. I'll just save that for later. Just the humor. Oh my god, the humor.
Oh my goodness, Chris Pine and Michelle Rodriguez.
Yes.
They had good chemistry.
They definitely did.
They had good chemistry. You know you have a good movie when your two leads know how to play off each other.
Yeah.
You have the standard, like, been through a lot and is trying to redeem himself kind of honor. The tough standard warrior that also has a past too when you see what she went through.
Yeah.
I was trying not to laugh in the theater, but oh my god, when they reveal what she went through, I'm like, oh my god, this is just... It's the equivalency of Xena Warrior Princess if she dated Frodo or Samwise. I tried not to laugh because there was heart in that scene. I'm like, oh my goodness, you did not. Whoa. Oh my goodness.
When you guys see it, you'll know what we're talking about.
Give our regards to Jonathan, man. You can tell they were putting so much heart into it. The
Yeah.
costumes, the sets. There's even humanoid cat creatures.
Yes, the humanoid
Cat creatures.
animatronic humanoid cat creatures.
It's so obvious, but there's love behind it.
Yeah, and it's like, oh, it's so cute.
I'm glad one of them didn't accompany the group because it would have been kind of weird. It would have been like a little... Okay, it can be done. It can
Yeah.
be done, like Chewbacca in Star Wars, in a sense. But the fact that they have a shapeshifter that can turn into animals and things like that, yeah, that would kind of be weird. Because you have a character that can turn into those kind of abilities.
Yeah.
I liked her character. Justice from Jurassic World, Fallen Kingdom and Dominion, he redeemed himself. Like, he was in Detective Pikachu and he was good in there, but he was acting his chops off. He plays a sorcerer that's having trouble with his magic because he won't believe in himself, and predictable. But there's layers to it. There's layers. Oh my god, layers. This is what I want from a movie, just fun but deep, and there's heart to it.
Yeah.
Even the battle scene where they were fighting the Red Witch at the end, like, it just kept going on, but they were throwing so much at you, and they had dueling magic hand wrestling. I dug that so much.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun. It was definitely a good popcorn flick.
What would you say was your favorite moment? There's so many.
Just the distraction with the singing, and then it starts to malfunction.
Oh,
and
he projects Chris Pine's character to some soldiers so they can distract him, but he
starts to malfunction.
He trips. He gets his foot stuck and he's distracted, so it starts distorting the
Yes,
illusion.
and then Rodriguez is like, I think they're getting suspicious. Just the way she delivered that line.
And don't worry, they don't cut back on the title. There is a dungeon. There is a dragon. and it was the funniest thing I've seen in years.
Yes.
Way to make a sequence not only hilarious, but also very engaging. That's what I love about this film. They do so many one long takes. You have a character flying in the air and they're like turning into different creatures and stuff, and you're just wondering how they're going to land, what are they going to do, and they turn into like this weird dodo bird like creature, and then they get discovered and he transforms into a deer and starts jogging off. I love stuff like that. It's predictable, but it plays with expectations so well, and it's not afraid to kill people off.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness, so much when they're in the graveyard and it gets very Monty Python-esque where they can revive a dead person.
Yes.
But,
oh, yes.
But he can only go back if they ask him 5 questions.
Yes.
What's your favorite fruit? I don't know, too hard to tell. What's your favorite book? Oh, maybe this, maybe this. What's 2 + 2? Oh no, I'm bad at math.
Or the final one. You have one more question. Hello? You have one more question.
I just love how they leave him there.
He's like, is anyone going to ask me a question so I can die?
The way they play through this, when they're explaining a device or an item, they show it. They actually show it. They don't just say, oh, we must go and find the magic dagger. They actually do it, too, and they do it very cleverly. Like, again, in the graveyard scene, when they're just resurrecting dead bodies, just see where this one item was passed one to another, because one person would not be in the moment and die, and they'd be like, oh, we wasted our time with this one. They just move on to the next person. They do it so cleverly, the way they juggle it around.
So, yeah, overall, it was a good flick.
I definitely recommend it. This, I hope it does get a cult following afterwards. It's doing fairly well.
Yeah. Yeah, well, we might as well talk about the other movie.
Yes, let's... Intermission!
When you hear the tone, it will be just 3 minutes to showtime. Still time to visit the refreshment stand before the next feature starts. There's just 1 minute to showtime. After the next feature begins, the refreshment stand will continue to serve you. It will remain open, so there's still time to add to the fun of enjoying the movie. When the show is over, please remember to place the speaker back on its stand. If the speaker is accidentally broken, please let someone at the refreshment stand know about it. We appreciate your coming out to the drive-in tonight. When you leave, please drive carefully. We hope you'll come back again soon. And now, showtime.
And we're back from intermission. And there's a honking car in the background.
Yeah, car alarm. So Mario Brothers.
It is a good sign when the first thing that comes out of my mouth is, "What did you think?"
It was entertaining. I would say it was better than the 93 film. It definitely played with nostalgia, like with the music and stuff. It was okay. Let's just say it wasn't my... let's just say between the two movies that we watched today, I definitely got more of a laugh and more entertainment value out of Dungeons and Dragons. I mean, Mario Brothers was a cute movie. But it wasn't a favorite.
No.
It had parts where it dragged. I didn't think they did bad with the Brooklyn accents. The stuff with Bowser was funny.
All right, maybe we should break this down so it's better, because let's be honest. Prior going into this, the reception I've seen so far is kind of interesting, because the public is being very highly praising of it, and critics are kind of like in the middle, but okay, that's to be expected. Not everyone's gonna like everything. I mean, when the first Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles movie came out in 1990, there were so many critics that were like really being hard on it because it was dark and violent. But you look at it now and it's like, it's tame. It's like a junior bacon cheeseburger version of Kurosawa.
Them being critical of that movie was kind of stupid because the original source material was not kid friendly.
No, it was a parody of stuff like that, like Frank Miller comics.
Yeah, but the source material was very dark, so I think that's one of the reasons why I like the 1990 film.
Yeah. Let's break it down like this. What do you think of the casting?
I like the casting.
Same. I thought Chris Pratt surprised me. I was really worried because I kind of wanted a more like, upbeat tempo kind of voice because I'm so used to it. And they even get like the original actor who voiced Mario in the games too, not once but twice. One's a cameo and the other's a character, which even in hindsight now, I wish was made a little more pivotal to the movie. I'll get to that when I get to that.
Okay, I know he was the one at the arcade in the beginning, right?
And he was Mario's dad. When they do the Saturday Night Fever scene with the family getting together and whack him behind the head and going, blah, 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 blah.
Okay.
Yeah, that was him, which I thought, okay. I didn't know that until the credits. I'm like, oh, that's kind of interesting.
Yeah.
If this was given another pass, I would have loved to see a little more with Mario's dad.
Mm-hmm.
That would have fleshed some things out. Jack Black as Bowser.
Fantastic.
Fine.
Yes,
fine.
He was great.
I forgot his name, but who they got for Toad I was okay with. I thought he was fine. Charlie...
Sam's better than this!
Charlie Day as Luigi, I was sold by that casting alone. Just Charlie Day as Luigi. It's like, you got the voice acting fine. Seth Rogen as Donkey Kong, I get why, because he's an important personality. Who they got for Cranky Kong? I wish he was a little more cranky, like an old person.
Yeah.
Like maybe a veteran actor to make it more interesting.
Yeah.
Like really, really Cranky Kong. It's Cranky Kong. The animation.
Very, very nice animation.
Very
gorgeous.
Gorgeous. Very gorgeous.
It looked like it was fresh from the video game.
These are very distinctive worlds, beautifully designed, very, very good. I can definitely see kids appreciate it just for that alone, because you're looking at these landscapes and they're so beautiful, especially ones from other games like Super Mario Land with the upside down pyramids. Correct me if I'm wrong. Was that from Super Mario Land? Okay. Oh, thank goodness. I've played some of the games, not all of them, so correct me if I'm wrong, people. There were in-jokes that were pretty good.
Yeah, it had a lot of Easter eggs, not just to other Mario games, but to other arcade games.
I noticed there was a restaurant sign for Duck Hunt. That was kind of clever.
And Knockout.
That was another one.
I thought I heard a little bit of Zelda music at one point. It kind of sounded like a do-do-do-do at one point.
Do-do-do-do.
Yeah. So a lot of little Easter eggs for other games.
That's fine. The action scenes, yeah, they were staged pretty well.
Yeah.
They were staged pretty well. Without spoiling too much, the plot.
Mm-hmm.
Here it comes.
Yeah.
Here's where the ramen noodles boil.
Yeah, for me, I thought the plot was lacking.
It sucked.
Yeah, it was very lacking. Yeah.
You have a solid cast. You have gorgeous animation. It looks like something from the video game. The designs are good. Oh, the chips are on the table. And it falls on red because the story. Now, I have to kill all of you.
I don't think you have to kill them.
No,
You
no.
don't have to kill them.
Okay, I was quoting Scrooged.
Okay.
It's okay. I'm not gonna.
Yeah, the plot was very.
Yeah.
Again, not the worst, but I think they could have done things a lot differently, like not have Bowser get the star immediately. That should have been the plot. Them trying to stop him from doing that, not.
We shouldn't spoil too much.
Yeah, it's. You guys will see when you watch it.
Okay. The movie's. This is in the trailer, so at least we can mention this. The movie is called the Super Mario Brothers movie, and when you hear that, who do you expect to be in the movie?
Both of them.
Thank you. It was a mistake separating them.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
If anything, if you're gonna go that length, call it Mario or something, but just splitting the two up was a big mistake. In the first scene, Chris Pratt and Charlie Day have such good chemistry. There's some really good scenes between those two. I didn't need to see Mario's extended family. I didn't need to see like the Saturday Night Fever thing where they're just like arguing and stuff like, oh, you're never gonna amount to anything and stuff like that. If they just cut that out and focus on Mario and Luigi, I think that would have straightened things up a bit. If it was those two going to the castle, going from point A to point B, it would have been so much more interesting.
Yeah.
It would have added more banter and intrigue between the two because they're both brothers. You have the older one and the younger one. The older one who's not trying to quit, the younger one who's very worrisome. Just judging from those scenes alone, their personalities, it really could have built to something big. And that's why when it got to the climax, when they finally get back together and fight Bowser, it felt so lacking because so much of the time Luigi is captured by Bowser, not by incident, more like accident, because they get sucked up into the warp pipe under the city and they're just separated. So most of the time you just see Luigi in this dangling little cage playing off of different like creatures and stuff, including a star that feels like something from Invader Zim cartoon. There's nothingness, only a void. So most of the time it's just Mario and Peach, and okay, their moments are fine, I guess, but you lose that dynamic without the other brother because there's nothing to play off of. And there's a bit of backstory they hit with Peach that goes nowhere. It's just, oh, she could be someone that just wandered in from the real world. We don't know. She just came out of the pipe and looks princessy, so we're making her princess. Yeah.
Yeah, even the 93 movie did not separate the brothers.
No.
I think this movie made nods to that movie too, like the thing about the portal underneath, the pipe underneath the sewers.
Okay, I'll give you that one because I was looking out for some of them.
Yeah.
Because I was like, really like, what? Hell, I'm wearing the damn
and them
shirt
having Brooklyn accents and not the,
not the Italian accents.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, I'll give those two. I was hoping,
them living in New York City.
Mm-hmm. Can't just one of them say trust the fungus. Just once, like at least when Peach gives him Mario the mushroom the first time, she just says, Mario, trust the fungus. I would at least accepted it like 2 out of 3. No.
Or they could have been saved by a gigantic booga.
What are you talking about? Is that my superior driving skills? No, I don't understand. We were following this giant fungus, sneezed us out, we got caught in this booger. Ah, come on! I could be home just watching the New York Knicks. I thought you hated the Knicks. I like them now! That work print, I hope they do get a better restoration.
Yeah.
It improved on some things.
Yeah.
Anyway, back to this one. It's rushed so fast. I know it's 90 minutes. I don't know if it's a case where Nintendo had notes. I don't know if it's a case where Illumination was doing their thing. Like, well, we got to get our kind of elements in there, like the silent, non-talking animals, the weird hijinksy kind of stuff, the pop music coming out of random places. But usually they're good with the soundtracks. Like last year, we saw Minions: Rise of Gru. And that had a really good soundtrack.
Well, I thought this one had decent music.
Yeah, but they were misplaced. Like, there's a moment where they're picking their cards and they're playing Thunderstruck by AC/DC. Couldn't they just have, like, an alternative range of the Mario Kart theme? I know this sounds nitpicky, but when you have a moment where they're driving through Donkey Kong Country and you have Take On Me playing by Aha, something's not adding up. Like, shouldn't it be like this high-paced car scene, a car kind of music, you know?
Yeah. Yeah, that was an interesting choice of music.
Life in the Fast Lane, that would have been perfect. Or Jungle Boogie.
Or even like Speed Demon.
Something that fits the mode of the scene. It's like doing Lawrence of Arabia and just layering it with Talking Heads music. It'd make for an interesting experience, but it wouldn't fit. Every time some traditional rock song came on that did not fit the scene, it started to really suck me out. Like, no, this should not be the music you should be playing right here. It's not fitting my mood.
Well, it's still not as jarring as Deep Impact. The soundtrack for Deep Impact was so whimsical. It's like, okay, it's an apocalypse story. We're playing whimsical music. Oh, the mother's about to commit suicide. Whimsical music.
Yeah. There were some funny moments here and there, but it was like, haha.
Yeah.
Lame joke. Haha. Lame joke.
Yeah.
Lame joke.
And then the freaking slow-mo, let's go.
How many?
It's me. Shut up. It's not... If they did it just once, maybe, but they kept doing it.
If they said Mamma Mia one more time.
Oh my god, yes, that's what it's like.
I would have taken a golf club to the speaker. That's how much it was getting on me.
And then we would have been banned from the theater.
We can pay back. We got quarters. Probably not enough, but they could be good for something.
Yeah. It's not one I would watch again.
No.
I could see myself, I would definitely watch Dungeons and Dragons again. I would definitely watch that.
With this movie, I was with it for the first 20 minutes.
Yeah.
15 or 20, give or take.
Yeah.
I was like, okay, where's this going? There's some cool world building. The stuff they explain with the power-ups, that makes sense. Yeah. I was okay with that. When they explain, like, getting the firepower and stuff like that, I'm like, okay, that's kind of cool. It does make sense, and they get whacked out and they lose it. I was fine with that. That makes perfect sense. I was with it for the most part until Mario meets Peach for the first time, and Peach was just like, oh, he took your brother. Okay, fine, you're with me. I'm like, you're kind of going with this pretty quick, aren't you, princess?
Mm-hmm.
There's no extended conversation, no, like, mode of challenge, because...
And, like, Toad bringing him to the castle, you think Toad would have some... You would think that Toad is in with the princess, and then this whole thing with the guards.
God, that thing.
Yeah,
sorry, your princess is at the castle. Don't worry, I'll cook some vegetables for you. That'll distract him to get Mario in there.
Yeah, just did not work. That whole sequence was just very awkward.
It just came out of nowhere.
Yeah.
And hell, the 1993 movie, that had some out of nowhere moments, but they added to the film. Like, remember the elevator scene when they charm the not Goomba Koopa Troopa thingies with the music? That was ad-libbed. They were trying to get they were trying to think of a story beat to get Mario and Luigi into the vents. And I'm not kidding. The director said, everyone take a lunch. He had 30 minutes to himself, and he's like, I don't know what I'm going to do. I don't know what I'm going to do. And he immediately on the fly came up with that scene. So there you go.
Yeah.
Supposedly, I'm not confirming this, but supposedly I heard rumors that they kept changing certain aspects of the movie, so it wouldn't surprise me if the Blu-ray or DVD comes out, and there's like, oh, there was this storyline, and there was that storyline, and there was this sequence, and there was that sequence, because supposedly some of the cast members, I won't name who, but some of them confirmed that there were times where they kept getting called back in to record new lines or things like that. But okay, that's standard for an animated movie. I mean, films like Inside Out or Toy Story 2, they had to have like whole chunks of the film changed at times. So that's nothing completely new, but it just makes me wonder, what was the original plan at times?
Yeah.
Because it does feel like there's something a little shortchanged here. There's so many good things. I don't want to knock this down. I really don't. But at the same time, when the story is so paper thin, that's what kills me at the end of the day. You can have nice, pretty visuals, but you gotta make me a nice story I can follow. So I was underwhelmed.
Yeah, same.
I was really underwhelmed, and I'm not alone on this one. Yesterday, Mike Francis, a good friend of mine, saw it yesterday, and on Twitter he mentioned how he was kind of underwhelmed by it as well. So I think kids are gonna like this.
Yeah, kids will like it.
Kids will definitely like this. If you're looking for something nice, bright, and colorful, they'll be fine. But if you're a diehard fan, you'll probably have more fun looking at the in-jokes than anything else.
And even though the 93 movie is very flawed, I would say was still... I kind of feel like it had a better plot than this movie. It was a weird plot. My thing with the 93 movie is that they shouldn't have called it a Mario movie. Because if it was anything else, it would have worked a lot better.
Because I was with it for the most part.
Yeah.
And without giving too much away, when Bowser reveals his intentions, I was like, what? Where are we going with this?
I mean, I guess it kind of makes sense with the concept of the games, considering he's constantly, in the games.
A dragon.
Well, him kidnapping a certain someone in the game.
Yeah, I can see where you're going with that, but for me, it's like, I guess his reasons for why he wants to conquer the Mushroom Kingdom, because he's a dragon, and it's kind of a takeoff the whole knight and dragon lore, but it just felt so weird.
Yeah.
If they save that for the final third, and just revealed it as a big twist, maybe be okay with it, but the fact they revealed that story beat way too early, it just threw me off track. It's like you're sitting there watching a 3D movie and someone just throws a pie in your face. Because I could forgive the opening bit with Mario and Luigi recreating the Three Stooges plumbers short with a dog going after them because they break a toy. I'm like, okay, I can live with that because it's standard slapstick and they're trying to show that these characters know their stuff, but they're marred by their own intuition. But at the same time, I stop at evil henchman has weird diabolical plan that doesn't add up in my books.
Yeah.
I'm still glad I saw this movie because I don't know. I think I like Sonic 2 better than this now.
I love Sonic 2.
You know what? I'm going to say this right now. Sonic 2, better movie than this. I still have issues with it, but now in hindsight, it's like, yeah, there was actual character depth going on.
Yeah.
You actually cared about those characters. There was actual story beats. Even if not all of them made sense, at least there was some that did come together and matter. I just liked the stuff with Robotnik and Knuckles more, because it was interesting. But you know what, in hindsight, I'm going to admit it. That was better than this.
Yeah, it was.
Folks, I am no longer confused. I can confirm Sonic 2 is a good movie now. I'm not saying that to say my height. I'm saying that right now. I don't care if I get my ass kicked. This is not a poorly made movie. I just have problems.
It's okay.
Yeah.
It's okay. It's not anything to write home about. It was okay.
It's still going to be a big hit because it's Easter. There's people seeing it, so you've pretty much made up your mind if you're going to see this or not. But if you're uncertain, I would say ask yourself this. If you just want a 90-minute cartoon of bright colors and noise, if you just want something that is really trying to appeal to the enthusiast within you, if you really love Super Mario Brothers, it will be for an interesting sit. But in terms of something that's like if you want something with a lot more engagement, Dungeons and Dragons, Honor Among Thieves. You can tell which one had the more heart when you look at them side by side.
Yes.
I know it's unfair because one's live action, one is meant for a family friendly. But
that has nothing to do with it.
I know. I'm just saying, just in case we get some commenters like,
Yeah.
oh, you're just saying that because blah 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 bleep bleep bleep. No. We judge it as it is.
Yeah.
And Illumination's made good family movies too, so it's not like we're against the studio or anything. It's just this comes along, it tries hard, and we're like, oh, nice try, but you know what? We're not mad. Underwhelmed, but we're not mad. We're not.
I mean, again,
we're not gonna be mad about this.
It was okay.
No,
it was okay.
I'm just gonna go by a day and go, it's okay. I'm quite surprised to know there are people in my work that didn't know this was coming out.
They didn't know.
I know.
They've been advertising it for a while now.
I know. I was perplexed as you were. Maybe they don't have cable anymore because they didn't know until I started playing the 1983 movie in the break room because it was April Fool's, and like, they're like, oh, there's a new one coming out. I'm like, yeah, didn't you see the trailers? Are you online? Do you live under a rock?
Yeah, well, not everyone,
Yeah, so I'm so glad I saw it with you, though.
Yeah, we had a good time.
That's the important thing.
Yes. Not sure what we're going to see for next time, but hopefully it'll be entertaining.
I know Renfield is somewhere.
Oh, yes, that does look good.
Yeah.
And oh my god, in October, we are definitely seeing the new FNAF movie.
I will not say no because it's got Jim Henson Creature Shop attached to it.
Yes.
So I'm with you on that one.
Yes.
So yeah, quickly trailers. Just in no order, just from sheer memory, we had Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles: Mutant Mayhem.
That looks really good.
Definitely want to see that one. By far, take my money now.
The Troll movie? No.
I remember when that. Oh yeah. Band Together, I think it is.
Yeah, no. I always thought the Troll movies just looked really stupid, and then this one, the trailer was like so cringy.
I literally lean over to you and I go, next.
And then I started cackling because it was just hilarious how he said he's like,
next. Transformers: Rise of the Beasts.
That looks interesting.
It could be fun.
Yeah.
I heard it's supposed to be set in the 1990s because they're doing like a prequel thing with it now.
Yeah.
So for them to do the Beast Wars thing, that could be kind of fun.
Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse looks really good.
Take my money now.
Yeah, that looks really good.
Take it now.
The first one was really, really good, so I'm looking forward to this one.
Oh man, I'm still kicking myself. I wish I saw the first one in theaters.
It was really good.
It was. I feel bad I didn't see it in the cinemas.
Yeah.
Because Endgame took my heart out and crushed it, so I was like, I'm gonna take a break from Marvel, and that's when I skipped, and I feel bad I did. Because it was a good movie. I feel bad.
No,
I'm sorry, Across the Spider-Verse. I'm sorry. I'll make it up for the sequel. Then we got Elemental.
That looks no. It just looks generic.
I mean, sometimes some of the Pixar trailers don't look good, like Inside Out.
Yeah, but it just looks like another.
No, not Inside Out. Turning Red, because we had.
That was a really good movie.
Yeah, we had reservations because of the trailer, but then we saw like, oh, it was actually kind of cute.
Yeah, because I think when we first saw the trailer, I'm like, it's a movie about periods.
And you were not too wrong from that.
Because it was metaphorically about,
I'm a disgusting red monster.
It was really good though. But Elemental just looks like another take on Romeo and Juliet.
Oh, you didn't see the trailer for the new one of Elemental?
Oh, I did.
Oh, you know what I'm talking about when the dad like stirs him hot and rocks. He goes,
yeah. It's I mean. Cool designs and stuff, but I don't think that's one I'm gonna watch.
It's a case where you got an interesting design word, but you got an interestingly designed world building thing going on. But I'll just pop in Zootopia instead.
Yeah, Zootopia was really good.
Not to compare, but it's like, Yeah. These elements can't mix together. No, you put the fire right over here. You take the water, put them in the pot, put the pot over fire, and boom, you can cook things. So they can be together. That motorcycle's is not agreeing with us.
No.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can tell the weather's warmer when you hear motorcycles all the time.
So yeah, those are our 2 cents. Yeah. Have a good Easter weekend, everybody. We'll
see you next time.
See you on the flip side. Peaches, 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 peaches. Well, what we better sing? Megan, 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 Megan,
Please
Megan.
don't.
Okay. Do 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 do.
That was funny. The piano scene, that was funny. Slams it down.
Brother. Good night.
Bye.
Science fiction double feature. Bowser lost. Spoiler alert.
Someone's car alarm, I guess.
Let's get out of here.